everyone, I'm Apollonia Ponti, your dating and relationship coach, founder of ApolloniaPonti.com. And I'm so happy you joined me on today's video, as this was a requested video from a lot of you men, and wow, this is a big topic. What is a real woman? All right, so I'm going to put all my energy into this video, as this is going to be the last of my videos for today. And I want to talk about this topic in so many different ways, and I don't think I can give it to you in one video, but I'm going to try to give you my best answers. Because this is an ongoing thing that I talk to a lot of men about, because they probably are attracted to the wrong women, or they get in toxic relationships and they want to start attracting the right women. So I'm going to call in to talk about personality traits, sexual traits, and a real woman, and communication and vulnerability. So let's talk about first, personal and personality traits in a real woman. A real woman will, I hate the word real woman, but it's just more of like a woman that is going to respect you. Let's put it that way. Her personality traits are going to be compassionate. She's going to be open, and she is going to be honest with you. So in the beginning too, you'll notice that there's a lot of women out there that won't even give you the time of day. But then there's some women that will actually be saying like, hey, let's go meet up for coffee. She will pursue too, right? She looks at everything as 50-50. She's trying to pursue and she's reciprocating towards you, and she has mature conversations with you, right? So she'll have mature conversations with you. You'll notice that she'll respect you in certain ways that she delivers her messages. She'll tell you what she's looking for. Might come off strong, might come off as an alpha woman, but at the same time, maturity sets into what you call a real woman. Someone that is emotionally stable is when maturity steps in and she says, I've had enough of these games. I've had enough of this. I'm going to do things differently, and I'm just going to be honest in my communication, and I'm going to show and I'm going to represent my personal value and traits to a man. And that's coming from a self-worth, sense of pride, and dignity. You know when you see a confident woman. You know when you put your eyes and you talk to a woman and she's confident, and you're like, wow, you're intrigued. That's the same thing that happens for a man when as a woman looking at a man, we know when we see a confident man. And ultimately, this is where a real woman will come in. Yeah, she can be a little independent, obviously, and she can be or not as independent, and more of a submissive type of role in her life, which is fine too. There's a lot of different types of women that are okay with who they are because of what their beliefs are, how they've been raised, how they've been in past relationships, what they feel works for them, things like that. Doesn't matter what type of woman. Every woman is different in their own ways, just like as a man. It's just about finding the woman that blends for who you are, right? And what you are attracted to. So when a woman knows her power, knows her strength, she comes and she is able to communicate that to you, and also be okay with pursuing you, and be okay with opening up about her and her intentions and things like that. So that is a way that you can also understand what is a real woman, because she also respects a man, okay? She respects his presence. And it's funny because I was talking to another dating coach, which she's amazing, the other day, and she coaches women, and and I was like, I coach men, and the biggest thing that I hope you do when you coach women is tell them that they can't bash men on a date. Like if they are looking for loving relationships and they want to be that real woman, that truthful woman, they can't just bash men on a date. They can't talk bad about other men, right? Or they can't be like, this is what I want, blah, 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 and if you don't give it to me, then I'm bye, no. And she's like, gosh, I know, I actually had a couple of clients that were like this and went on dates and wondered why men wouldn't call them back. And this is what, I talked to her about, and she's working through with the women and I'm working with men, is to be clear on that, to be clear. And if you find a woman that shows you that she's like that, and she's like, you, me, then it's okay to just say something, and just say that and call her out and demand respect at the same time by saying, listen, that's not respectful. I would never talk about other women on a date and you talking bad about man. Look at the way that you are positioning yourself and other men. What makes you think that I could even trust that or trust you? And it's assertive, but it's respectful. So that is one thing. Now, sexually, a woman sexually is going to be open, is going to want to reciprocate. She's going to want to also receive, and she's going to be open with you on her expectations of talking things out, right? She's going to want to build that emotional connection with you as well as the physical eventually. And she's going to want to please you just as though she wants you to please her. Don't forget, women love that too. And that is a big thing in just relationships and in women in general, is we forget that what it takes to satisfy not only yourself is to satisfy your partner, which is the man. So a woman is always looking to not only satisfy herself, but always looking to satisfy her man too. Meaning if that is to give him a foot rub, or cook a hot meal, or go to the gym together, make some time for him, whatever his love language is, or whatever she wants to do, then that is the way she applies it. Then the last topic of what I was going into is communication and vulnerability. A woman is going to be open to communication, and she is going to accept a man's vulnerability. This is why I say this for last, is because it's so important, because a lot of times men get pushed away the moment that they show vulnerability. And why I talk about this is so important that you make the time, pace yourself to understand a woman, give it more than 3 months to see if she can accept your vulnerability. Because where women go wrong is where they don't understand how to value a man's vulnerability. And they think just because he's a man, he has to be strong. He has to hold it together all the time. If he cries, that means he's weak. No, absolutely not. I was talking to a client the other day, and I told him, listen, I want you to ask yourself this question. This woman that you've been dating has already showed you signs of leaving you. His father passed away, and he got vulnerable with the woman he was dating, and she basically told him the following week that she thought that was unattractive. This is the key component in relationships, is if a woman can't support you during the times that you have no control over, you don't have control over losing someone special, then this is not the woman for you. She is living in a fantasy land, and this is what I'm talking about, guys, is getting clear with your intentions and moving forward if a woman can't support you in your vulnerability, because I can guarantee you that there are women out there that will appreciate this. As much as you think that they're not, they really are, and I see and talk to them every single day. It's just about getting clear on your intentions and moving forward when a woman does not show up for you. This is the difference between how to get a real woman and what a real woman is. I encourage you to seek a woman that is okay with you and your vulnerability, but not the vulnerability of neediness and insecurities, the vulnerability of when you need the rock, when you need her to bring in her masculine energy to support you, she can be that woman for you. If you liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, I look forward to hearing your comments, concerns, questions below, and I'll try my best to answer them. I'll see you again in the next video, and remember, you are always loved. Bye for now.